I know that many of you were praying for our mission trip to Paris during the 2024 Olympics, and I just wanted to give you kind of a little rundown on what happened while we were there, show you a few pictures. I don't know how well it'll show up on this, but just wanted to share with you because I appreciate the fact that so many of you prayed for our trip. We needed it, we felt it, God moved, and so I wanted to make sure that you got to see a little bit about what happened. I want to show you some of the pictures. Of course, the Eiffel Tower at night is unbelievable. It was amazing, and got to go the Arc de Triomphe, it was great. This is Notre Dame, just some amazing places to go and see. Paris is a beautiful city, great sights to see there, and historical places. The Notre Dame that they're rebuilding now after the fire about 5 years ago, I think. But this building's been up. They started it in the 12th century. So it's been around a while. It's just amazing, right? And of course, we're at the Olympics, so we got to go see a few games, saw a little badminton, which I never thought I would go see badminton. But man, it was great. It was so much fun and exciting to watch. 3 matches going on all at the same time. And we saw 9 total matches that night. It was just fantastic. And then we went to see some men's volleyball. This was Slovenia and Serbia that were going at one another. And I really enjoyed that. Lots of fun to be there. I was rooting for Slovenia because I'm a fan of Luka Doncic. So I'm rooting for Luka while we were there. And got to meet some Olympic athletes just there walking. They were having lunch and just stopped to visit with them. There's a couple of ladies from the women's handball team for the Netherlands, and just pretty amazing to get to see that. And of course, the other side, so this was most of our team that was there in front of the little flame that's there for Princess Diana, where she passed away there. So, but our main purpose was to do evangelism, to train groups. We had the opportunity to train a couple of different groups, one from South Florida, a group of college students from South Florida, and then the other group was a group from Brazil that had come. We did evangelism training with them. Richard Sharp there. This is, let's see. Yeah, here's Richard here and his wife Rachel and his sister, twin sister Jane. And then this is James. James is my friend from Greece by way of Afghanistan. We had a great time together. And then we had another guy there that came a little bit later than these pictures. Wayland was there with us also from Florida. But we did some training. Richard did One Wish training, and James and I also did some training, One Wish. And then also James did training. This is the group from Brazil in how to share the gospel, how to reach the Muslim population. So it was just really exciting time for us. But the other thing that we did, or kind of our main function, was to spend time with leaders, pastors, and other leaders from that are there in France. We held a lunch for a bunch of them one day, and then just met with others and got to visit with them and have lunch and enjoyed that. And sometimes when you meet an Olympic athlete like this gymnast from South Korea, you get to share the gospel with them. So that was exciting, and that's what we did for the most part. And most of our sharing was not with visitors or athletes or tourists that had come. Most of it was with people who live in Paris, people from all over. And I'll just show you a few pictures as we go here. We were sharing on the train with people there. We'd share wherever we were going, just down the street, walking down the street. A lot of this you see this sharing on the train because you spend a lot of time on the train. And got my hair cut, shared with the barber that cut my hair. Just people that we met on the street, rain or shine, didn't matter. We would share the gospel with them wherever we were. We counted 21 significant gospel conversations, at least 21 significant gospel conversations where we had a name to that conversation. And we also would say those came from at least 11 different countries. So the whole world is there in France, and what a great opportunity to share the gospel with them. Even this guy that I got to talk with on a bridge, he's from California, just flew over to be there for the Olympics, but he is also, before California, from Iran. And so what a great opportunity to share with a guy from Iran right there in Paris, right? So it was just a fantastic opportunity, a great chance to spend time with people sharing the gospel. Would ask you to pray for. You don't have to know the names, but you pray for the people that we got to share with and the pastors that we got to encourage and future partnerships that we may have with them and just some follow-up that's happening even now with some of the people that we shared with. One of the families that James stayed with after we left was from Afghanistan. They didn't want to hear anything about the gospel until the second day. Then they asked him to share the gospel with them. And of course he did. The father gave his life to Christ. and we've been able to connect them with some Afghan believers there in Paris. So just excited about what God is doing. Appreciate you praying. Again, thank you so much for praying for this. And if you ever want to be a part of some other things that we may do in the future, you can go to exposedtochrist.com, this website right here, and you can find out about other stuff that's going to come up in the future. And we're excited about that. Love for you to join us, but really appreciate your praying for the time we were there. All right. That's all I wanted to share with you. We'll see you next time.